Hello traders, welcome to today's video, Friday the 26th of January. This is your Bitcoin update, and as we can see, Bitcoin has had a nice little pop up here this morning. This is what we'd been expecting. We'd just been waiting for it basically, hadn't we? We were getting this consolidation just below that previous week low, and we were really just waiting for this confirmation, seeing candles closing back inside this area, 4-hour daily candles, opens and closes back inside here, in order to feel confident of a move higher again on the chart. So, as you know, I am long from 38,800. I'm still holding that. I have taken a small hedged short position here, just to see how things go. I'm not really looking at taking profit on this long position because I do want to see out the full extent of this move without reducing it too much. But a hedged short position for myself as we come into some confluence where we have a little bit of resistance on the chart. So we're approaching that weekly open level, okay? That's always a big level. We started the week, we had an immediate just drop down, and now we're coming back into that weekly open. The chances are that we're going to reject on the first kind of attempt to push up into that. And then as we are at the end of the week, maybe the chance of this actually closing as a green week is fairly low at this stage. So looking at this is basically being looking for a head short position. If it does continue to push through, start to close candles above that weekly open, I would close that position and then be looking just for the 44k, which is what the ultimate target for this long is. Now, what I really want to see at this stage is just consolidation. Okay, so consolidation within this area of the chart. It is a low volume node relative to the rest of the range. So we can see if we zoom out here, we do have this whole area of relatively low volume. Okay, so if this can just start to just cool off back above that 40, well, definitely above 40k, but let's say around about that 40,500 to that 41,500-ish type of area. A range being put in here that will give me a decent amount of confidence that we're going to be seeing that move higher up towards 44k as we go into next week. So yeah, ultimately just looking for a range here that sets you up with a nice old inverse head and shoulders. Can come and take this high, and then see if this can continue to push on after that. If there is that continuous bullish momentum that we get afterwards. So if this does come up to 44, that is where I'll be looking for another short to potentially take things lower. However, I think I will be look, how many times have I said I do think that the correction from that value area high would be coming back into the POC, the big POC 38,800, and that is precisely what we've got. So I am relatively happy with the move that we're seeing right now. We had the moves to come up and take out the 2022 year highs, the golden pocket, and the value area high of the previous bull market. And now you've just come back down to test the points of control, the anchored VWAP, and also what we have here is that 100-day moving average acting as some support. Now, if we look at the 4-hour, okay, you can see here that there is, if we're looking at the support of the 100 moving average EMA on the daily, we do have that EMA on the 4-hour just a little bit above where price is right now. And that has been generally a good level that price has continuously been bouncing into as support on the way up. Okay, a little bit choppy over here, but the whole market was choppy over there. And we do need to look at this as being on possibly first attempt resistance that starts to cool off, and then you're looking for that pop up later on. So be aware of the moving averages. They do have an effect. And as this has been the first, I guess, bearish backtest of this 100 EMA, then it is something to bear in mind. The EMAs themselves, if we're looking at the typical 250, then again there's been this kind of in between the two. So all the moving averages pretty close together right now, and all of them on the 4-hour time frame at least, the 50, the 100, the 200, all being quite important moving averages to be aware of. there was some other stuff that we had down there as well. There was some bullish divergence. So if you were looking at the RSI on the low, this is just a bunch of confluence for why we were fairly happy with the low that got put in. Oversold conditions with 4-hour bullish divergence on the RSI led to a move up, and we're seeing that start to get back above that midpoint, okay, that 50% line. So we can be looking for continuation on this a little bit higher. And yeah, overall, just lots of things that are saying the same thing, right? Consolidation here, and then movement up towards that 44K would be the ideal scenario. Anything else? In terms of order flow, we can have a look at that quickly. I can bring that up on the chart, and I can have a look at the liquidations. We'll load these up. Liquidations, okay, we've obviously it's been a bit of a short squeeze, so it has left behind a lot of liquidity that was underneath. I think the market was anticipating another sweep of the lows, which never happened, and then been able to get that short squeeze higher, which is why we've seen just continuous momentum through all of this, as just liquidation stop losses being hit, and it goes the whole way up basically into that first point of resistance. As for open interest in CVD, okay, we are seeing, this is what we wanted to see, but we need to see a bit more. A slight increase in OI on the move up. Okay, so you see the short squeeze, drops that, and now we're seeing that the buyers are continuing to push up a little bit higher over the course of the next few candles here. So we're seeing CVD going up with price going up and with open interest going up after that initial short squeeze. So once again, after a little bit of a cool down, I would anticipate higher prices as long as we don't see these long positions starting to close out. I do want to see continued push higher, maybe as we go into the rest of the day. There's weekend coming up, but if we see open interest increasing over the weekend, yeah, then I think that could give enough fuel for another move as we go into next week. And what we also have on Agra Trade, so this is something that I had discussed in the most recent live stream, is spot buying looks good here. So we'd had this just where a lot of people were expecting a lot of spot selling with the whole GBTC thing. We can see here this green line showing the spot CVD that had been going up gradually. So it was mainly just perpetuals that were just chopping around within this range. The bid was holding nicely on spot, and we have seen that continuation once again here. So yeah, everything looking relatively decent. Range here, see if it can continue to hold within this important level. Okay, so we are looking at this as having the potential of a big range. Okay, we had this deviation, but then deviation down here, and then can we be looking at higher prices? So candle open and closes, starts to build that confidence, range around here, and we're looking for that next move up afterwards. So for me, holding my long positions, hedging short along the way. But overall, this is, the move that we wanted to see. So thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, do all of that kind of stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.